and welcome to my community on Afrocentrik television channel 15.8. This is a show that revolves around the African community in diaspora, especially here in Houston where we are, and of course by extension the United States. My name is Kola and I am your host for this day's show. And I miss my co-host Ada. She's been away, but I really wish she was here with me so we can run through this stuff, because she has these ideas and opinions about things that are contrary somewhat and sometimes contrary to mine, and I get to learn from her. Of course, she learns also from what I have to say, and of course we'll both learn from our audience and our guests. So today we will be talking about what's happening in October the 16th is when we have Afrifest coming up. Afrifest is a festival where we celebrate the culture, the African culture, and it does not matter what part of Africa you are from. This is open to every African, everybody, especially. It doesn't even matter if you're African, but you can come, enjoy the culture, enjoy the food, enjoy the performances, the live shows, and the services people render. So you have various activities that's out there for you. They have a lot to showcase this year, and as always, they've always topped the previous years. So this year we're going to be talking to Abi KOTUN, a young, vibrant attorney, a Nigerian, of course, and Mrs. Kwejo being the overall president of NAMC, that's Nigerian American Multicultural Council. We are also going to be talking about NAMC as well. So that's a beautiful, the body that's putting all of these things together. And of course, they need help. They need volunteers. They need vendors to come and showcase their work. They need partners. They need support from us all. So if you're available and if you're out there, please reach out to them at NAMC Houston. That is NAMC Houston. No, NAMC, NAMC Houston.org/Afrifest, and the whole body is namchouston.org. And their email, of course, is info@namchouston.org. You can always reach out to them on their phone number, which is 713-568-9450. And the event this year is definitely going to be at the Houston Baptist University. Address is 7502 Fondren Road, Houston, Texas 77074. Of course, the ticket is going to be $5. Don't miss it. This is it's as good as free, and that $5 only applies to people between the ages of 18 and 65. 65 and above are free. 18 and below are also free, and of course students are free also. So please stay tuned for an exciting session with Abi KOTUN, and where she'll be going to be talking about Afrifest, the event, which is the festival itself, happening on the 16th of October. And of course, learn more about NAMC, the general body that's putting all of these things together. They have a whole lot in stock for you. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Welcome back to my community on Afrocentrik television channel 15.8. This is a show that preserves African culture, I'll tell you that much. This is a show also that's, shines the light on occurrences in the Houston area, especially in our community here in Texas, and by extension, of course, United States. My name is Kola and I remain your host. Today with me is this adorable, beautiful, talented, brainy, should I say young lady, Abi. I love calling about her Muslim name, Madinat KOTUN. She is, I won't say, but Abi, welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Then, I need people to understand who I'm talking to, because I personally, I've always said that I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Not just because you're Nigerian, but because you're female and you wear so many hats. I don't know how you balance your schedule, but at least you do something and you impact, our community positively. You are one, our young ladies, our young girls should look up to, and you still do that. You mentor some of them, and you do what you can at least. But please tell us who Abby KOTUN is before we dive deep into what the event of the day is.
Okay, sure. Who is Abby? Me. I am an attorney by profession currently. I used to be an engineer for a few years.
A chemical engineer.
A chemical engineer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I went to the University of Houston. Go Cougs.
Yay, go Cougs. My daughter is so proud. Yeah.
And I graduated from there with chemical engineering. I went to work at Chevron for 8 years? Yeah. 7 years, something. I worked there for a while before I went back to law school. I've always wanted to be a lawyer, and so I went to law school and became an attorney. I've been practicing law now for almost 8 years as well.
Wow.
And I'm a labor and employment attorney at Reed Smith. That's the law firm that I work at. And I represent employers when they are in disputes with their employees about any kinds of issues like, oh, you didn't pay me, or you didn't pay me enough, or I suffered discrimination, or I suffered sexual harassment, or policies, handbooks. I actually also represent small businesses who maybe need to put together a handbook or an agreement, like a contract with an employee. So that's kind of what I do there. I've been active in the community. I think it dates back to high school. My uncle was at some point in time very active in the Nigerian Foundation, and so I would come to their events. That's kind of how it all got started. At the University of Houston, I became president of the Nigerian Students Association my senior year, and then let's see, I was part of AfriPro Houston back in the day when we had AfriPro Houston, but I'm currently the vice president of special projects and public relations for the Nigerian American Multicultural Council. That's NAMC Houston. And then I've in the past I've been active in the legal industry as well. And so I've been president of the Houston Lawyers Association, which is the Black Bar of Houston.
Black Bar of Houston, president, Houston Lawyers Association. Okay.
And then I just finished my last year with the African American Lawyers section, which is the black section of the State Bar of Texas. I was the president 2 years ago, right before the pandemic started, and then I was the past president. So I've been active in the community in that way. Oh, I also was in NSBE. NSBE love to anyone who is an engineer out there.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of me.
But you refused to mention that you also do pro bono legal representation for KIND. That's Kids in Need of Defense.
Yes. I've always believed, even though I work at a large law firm and I do employment law and I represent employers, I've always felt like I need to make sure that I'm giving back. And immigration is the area that I kind of like to give back in, and Kids in Need of Defense is an organization that helps, among other people, unaccompanied minors, especially unaccompanied minors who come in from the southern border and they need representation and they don't get it. So Kids in Need of Defense pairs them with someone who can represent them, and it's a very long process, but I've actually helped a client get a green card. I have a couple of other clients that I have outstanding cases with, and it goes all the way from my client, when she first got here, was like 14 years old. By the time she got her green card, she was like, I don't know, 19. It takes a long time, but it's good work. I also do some pro bono for the Houston Volunteer Lawyers.
Yes, I was going to say that. And then you didn't say anything about your being the publishing editor for Houston Law Review.
Yeah, when I was in law school, I was on Law Review, which I have to say, for all those people who are interested in the law, when I wanted to be a lawyer, that's all I knew. I knew nothing about how law school works. So when I got there, thankfully, I got good grades, and so they asked me to be on Law Review, and I was like, what is this? Is this free labor for me? And it is, but I was happy to be a member, and it actually helped a lot with my trajectory.
You see why I did say we need to talk about who Abby is, so you understand that whatever it is that we're giving you today, it's coming from a very resourceful person, a vibrant attorney, and also an ex-engineer. Maybe she can still practice. I don't know about that.
Okay.
But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about an event coming up, Afrifest.
Yes.
What is Afrifest?
Afrifest is the Houston Festival of African Arts, Culture, and Entertainment. We call it Afrifest for short.
So who's putting this together?
So NAMC is the organization that has been putting it together over the past 10 years. This is our 8th annual. We had to skip one for the pandemic
COVID.
year. And then we also skipped one way back in the day. But NAMC Houston puts it together, but we also partner with community organizations. In the past, those organizations have included the Ghana Association of Houston, the Ghanaian Urban Movement. We have organizations or groups of individuals from Ivory Coast. This year, Gabon has indicated that they will partner with
nice.
us. Yeah,
nice.
Very. And then Casa de Angola, that's another organization. They've partnered with us for many years. So it's Afrifest, not Nigerian Festival.
Yeah, so I was going to ask that. So it's Afri. The Afri there stands for Africa,
yes,
if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
So are there, what African countries, all African countries are involved, are included?
Yes, we are celebrating and experiencing Africa. Of course, Africa has many countries in it. And so they're
yes, so
all
Africa, like she said, like the way she put it together, like in it, like we have how many, like 40 something?
Yes.
Countries in Africa,
or 50.
and so
yes.
Africa is not just Nigeria or Madagascar,
Right.
but Africa
Or
is
South
Ethiopia
Africa.
or South Africa, right? So, what is the purpose of this event?
Sure. This event is to celebrate Africa, and it allows others who are not Africans to celebrate it with us and also experience it.
The culture.
So when they come, they can experience the culture through dance, through artistic displays, through music, through food, by meeting its people. We have a kids zone as well, so kids can come and experience Africa through our, I think her name is Elizabeth Kahura. She does lots of like activities with them. She tells them stories. They can color. They can learn a little bit about languages, not just Nigerian languages, but also languages from East Africa and South Africa.
From different parts of Africa. So I'm glad you talked about that, because I was going to ask who can attend.
Sure.
But you did say it's all walks of life, right? And adults, middle-aged, kids. And so I'm guessing there's going to be session for the kids separately from, and the parents can actually trust that the children are going to be looked out for, right?
Yes, yes. So everyone is welcome to come. We have a little something for everyone. So for the children, we have a kids zone. This year, our kids zone is going to have should have a bouncy castle.
Right, definitely.
Face painting and places for them to color. We usually have like activity stations so that they can really use all of their childlike energy. But
by the time they're done, they'll be worn out.
Exactly, and you can take them home, have dinner, and go to sleep.
Right.
But we also have Elizabeth Kahura, who will facilitate lots of different activities for the kids. She'll do that in the kids zone, but also they'll have times when they can all participate with everyone from the stage. And so yes, that's what's in the kids zone for the kids. Parents can stay there with them and watch them, or drop them off and keep checking on them throughout the day. But there are volunteers, many volunteers,
nice,
that will be watching them. And then of course Elizabeth Kahura is the one that's kind of over all of that.
What is the age group for the children that will be in the kids session?
Probably not in but I think there should be a little bit of everything. There should be something for everyone. And so I would say Kids Zone probably would top out at 12, right? Like the bouncy castle
makes sense.
Can be used by even older kids. And so the storytelling will be for younger kids. So I'm thinking 3 to maybe like 8. So there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Is there capacity? You know, I mean, do you guys get maxed out or?
In the kids zone or generally?
Generally.
No, not yet. So at our peak, we've had 3,500 plus people in attendance. Of course, it's a festival, right? So not everyone is there at the same time.
So people come and go in different times
throughout the day. So we've got capacity, and our vendors would like to see everyone who would like to come. So it is open to everyone. We talked about the kids zone. We have a marketplace, and so in the marketplace, you'll see goods and services being sold by many African vendors. So that's clothes, that's jewelry, art, sculptures, paintings, of course, food.
That's something I'll look out for.
Right. So yes, in the marketplace you'll be able to shop. I love to shop when I get there because there's
sure.
Yeah, there's stuff that you can.
I mean, so you have access to things you normally would get in Africa,
Yes.
bring into your doorstep. So and so it's an open field, though, right?
Yes,
But
and
there'll
it's
be
outside.
tents and it's outside on the field.
Yes.
May I ask where this is going to be taking place?
Sure, it's at Houston Baptist University.
HBU, huh?
Yes, HBU,
Okay.
off of Fondren, in the southwest side of Houston. We've had it there for many years.
I know, because I'm looking at it like it's always been HBU.
Well, the first year it was on our own land.
Or 506,
Yes.
I think
in
something
that
around that, behind that car dealership and
Yes,
stuff.
and
Yeah,
that
I was
Popeyes.
there. I was there. Yeah, so
But this year it's at HBU, and it's
HBU.
been at HBU every year since that year. What's nice about HBU is it's a huge field. So there's lots of space. There are tents. It should be October, but you never know in Houston whether October
welcome to Houston.
hot or
Yeah.
not. So it'll be, we'll have tents for when you're shopping at the different, places that you might shop. But there are indoor bathrooms, which is what I love about our festival when I go to other
It's not a porta
festivals.
potty kind of,
No porta potty. And if it was really hot, you could go get some air there. But given that we're in COVID times, it's really nice that it's outside. You can feel a lot better that it's outside. We'll have sanitation stations everywhere, so you can sanitize.
So I was
your
going to
hands.
say, do you have, NCDC implement some of these measures, out
Yes,
there, so
some.
people can get sanitizers and wipes and things like that.
Yeah, we'll
and
have-
those are going to be readily available, even masks and all that.
I don't know about masks, but yeah, we can make sure we have some
Yeah,
masks
it would be
available.
nice to incorporate that because some people might just, miss it and then say, I forgot my mask, but they really do love to put on their mask, out there. So let me, by virtue of what you just said, Houston Baptist University is on 7502 Fondren Road, Houston, Texas 77074. And what dates are we looking at? You said it's in October. You did say that earlier.
Yes.
So what dates are we looking at?
It's October 16th. It's a Saturday from noon until 6 p.m.
Noon to 6. Oh, that's good timing. Because in Houston, you never can tell when it's going to get dark either.
Yes.
Houston weather, I don't know. Because everything is changing. It's getting cold now, right?
Not for long. This is the fake fall.
We hope so. We hope
We'll
so.
see.
Yeah, we hope so. Are there fees associated to this? So when you and you do tell us what they need to register if they need to.
Sure. Okay. So yes, there are fees, but we have so it's $10 at the door. So it makes sense to get your ticket early. Early registration is $5.
Oh wow, that's half off.
Yes.
So it's best to get it now.
Yes. Get your tickets now.
And that's cheap though, $5 for all those activities.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
we,
wow.
we try to keep Afrifest affordable, but it's free for kids and students under the age of 18, or if you're a student in college, etc., you can bring your student ID. It's free for seniors over the age of 65. And I said kids already. So yeah, it's $5 pre-sale, $10 at the door, free for those groups.
So $5 for that's of course online pre-sale now.
Yes.
It's between 18 and 65.
Yes.
So if you're 65 and above, it's free for you. If you're 18 and below, it's also free for you.
Yes.
And if you're students,
Yeah.
it's free for you. So how do they contact if they need to buy tickets, if they need to check out the activities? Is there a website set up for this? Can you?
Sure. So if you'd like more information or if you'd like to get your tickets, our website is nancyhouston.org/Afrifest. And on there you can find out information about becoming a sponsor or becoming a vendor or becoming a volunteer. We are definitely still
Yeah.
wanting volunteers.
Because I was asking I was going to ask if there are opportunities for small businesses. So
Yes.
small businesses can advertise or sponsor or and even be a vendor,
Yes.
right? So and they can always find this on namc.org slash
Houston.
NAMC Houston. That is NAMC Houston, HOUSTON.org /Afrifest. Afrifest is AFRIS, no, Afri, then FEST, right? Oh, I think I'm getting it. I'm not getting old after all. Is there a phone number? Because some people just like to call. I think, is it the same number from previous years? I think I still have that. Okay, that would be 713-968-9450. So if you are the type that would like to speak to someone live, of course, they have a number you can reach out to them. It's 713-968-9450. And the website again is, rather the email, if you want to email them, is info@namsihouston.org. The website, of course, is www.namsihouston.org/Afrifest. And that's AFRIFEST. So this is out of the norm now. Because I know whenever there is food, people come for it, and people just want to enjoy, a taste of Africa. So is there a particular food people come for the most, like if there's any?
Sure. So of course we have Niger jollof.
Yeah. And that's the best thing that's ever happened.
I think so. But I know that there are other people out there. There's a better jollof. So we have Nigerian jollof. Sorry. And then zobo is another one.
Oh yeah, the hibiscus tea. Is it tea or drink? Yeah, brewed. Yeah. Oh.
So that's another thing that people come for. I can say we have Wazobia as one of our vendors, so they will.
Oh, so they have varieties of food.
Yes, they have a food plate, which actually goes off very well each year because it's a good price.
I've had it.
There you go. So there's that. I think plantain and chicken and jollof rice, and then we have a number of other food vendors, including, like I said, zobo vendors. We are still looking for vendors. So if you have not only a food business or any other type of business that you would like to showcase at our festival, please go to that website.
And I'm sure it's affordable too.
Yeah.
I have a lady that I would just directly recommend to check it out. She does this organic plant-based body wash, hand soap, all of those things, right? I'll talk to her about it. And and that means anybody that has a business or beauty, jewelry, name it, they can sponsor or be a vendor. And all they need to do is just email or call or visit the website for more information. I want to ask you, Abby, what is your most memorable experience when it comes to Afrifest?
My most memorable experience. I've had a lot. I will say I remember.
Oh, let me say what are some memorable. Yeah, so that's better, right? So I don't put you on the spot like, I chose this over that. Yeah.
So I have two godchildren who are twins.
Oh.
And we have these pictures because they came to one Afrifest, and I took a picture with them both on my sides. And so then in subsequent years, they come and I try to take the same picture
so you can match it. Yeah. Wow.
So those are really cool because each year I have on a different volunteer shirt, and they are bigger.
Of course, they're grubbier.
Yep. Yeah. Funny how that works. So that's one. We have another. We have an entertainer, and by the way, there's entertainment on the stage.
Yeah, I'm coming to that actually. So.
We have one artist who visual paint, and he paints live on stage.
I was a witness.
Okay, yes, there. Right? Isn't it awesome? Like you see, and I'm not remembering what it was that year, but I remember him painting it, and you think about what
and then by the time he flipped it over, it became like, hold on, wow. Yeah.
So that's another one. And then we've had different...
Jajo.
Yes.
Jajo, I remember that one. Jajo, that was energetic though. I was like, Carla, can you do this?
Right?
Yeah.
So yes, last time, 2019, and the year before that, we did a Jajo dance hour. And so it was kind of a way for everybody to get, their steps in, dance
steps in, get crying, even if you're weak sometimes, and the music that is being played.
Yes.
And I think you had Mixmaster Brown.
DJ Mixmaster
yeah.
Brown. He has stuck with us for a very long time.
Is he still going? Are we expecting him this year?
This year too.
Awesomest. You know, see, that's what I'm saying. So this is actually a life experience for people that attend. There's memorable events. I'm hoping this year I'll be able to bring my children. You said the date is October 16. So I should be back. I should be in town. Would there be food trucks, or are there just going to be the ones that are vendors that are, you know, under a tent that will be out there, right?
There should be, food trucks are welcome. And I looked at our vendor signups today, and we do have at least 2 food truck vendors signed up so far.
So what has been that factor, that thing that kept you guys together for this long? Because a lot of times you will see events like this or festivals like this. They come up, and every year you see, you know, it's becoming weak or something happens and they miss it. You guys has never missed it, except of course 2020 when we had COVID, and that's very, very understandable. Even at that, I remember NAMC still came out to, instead of having a festival, they gave out food several times to support the community for those that might be hungry, that will be in need and all that. How have you guys been able to hold it together for this long? And every year you keep topping it.
Good question. So I think the number one reason we're able to hold it together is our president, Mrs. Koyojo.
Kudos to the no-nonsense Mrs. Koyojo, the fearless woman. Yeah.
And you know, I've been in lots of different organizations, and every organization has its culture and it has its way that it works. But this works for NAMC because Mrs. Koyojo is of a different generation than some of us.
Of course, most of y'all, not some, most of y'all are obviously.
Yes. Well, we have a board of trustees and we have a management committee. So the board of trustees is actually, it does skew older.
More older people.
And the management committee skews younger. But I think having her as our president kind of is the glue. We don't have, you know, infighting that you might see in some other organizations. Probably because there's the respect factor that you have in Nigeria.
And you know, that's mutual too. You know, if she was looking down on anybody or being authoritative, people will be like, no, I don't want to deal with this woman. But
right. Yeah, it's lovely working with her. It's lovely working with the team. You also have many, we actually have some people on our management committee and on our board who have been there for a very long time. But then we also have people who, you know, they saw what we're doing and they want to help and they join. And we have, we execute things with excellence, probably because, you know, Mrs. Koyojo was at Exxon, and Exxon, you know.
Yeah, Exxon Mobil, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we have processes in place, and we've done things before. We look to improve when we do things the next time. We've made some connections in the community. Afrifest is sponsored in part by the City of Houston and the Houston Arts Alliance. They have been with us almost every single festival.
Wow.
Even one year when we weren't able to, it didn't seem like we were going to get that grant, we met with the mayor, we met with Houston Arts Alliance, and we were able to still get some
with all your power attorney and power people, we should be getting it every year.
I think we should, but we're grateful that they're giving it to us.
Yeah, and I'm glad too that they are.
Yeah,
I'm glad too that they are. And one thing I noticed also is that within your management group, you have young, vibrant male and females, you know, representation on your management team. And most of y'all are VPs doing different things. I think that's one of the things that helped you guys, because you're not like, oh no, I'm gonna do it all. Kind of. You're a VP of something, right? With NAMC, right?
Yes, I'm currently special projects and public relations. I have to say, out of a lot of different people, I've done so many of the different positions. But I love when someone new comes and I'm willing to.
Then you offset it to that person, and then you're able to also guide them because you've seen it all, right? And when they're doing it, and you feel they probably come to you like, Abby, how do you think I should do this? And you know, you listen, and then you're able to help.
Yes,
you know, and that's the beauty of course, if they need it. And of course, people, if you want to be successful, and they say if you want to go far, work together, right? I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to a fruitful festival this year.
Absolutely.
Would there be alcohol served?
Nope. Houston Baptist University.
It's a church, university, Houston Baptist University. So no alcohol. I had to, let people understand that because I've been there several. So I've been to I think 4 or 5 of. So I understand why. But a lot of people might be thinking this is Texas, But hey, respect the culture. Just come, enjoy the festival with us, and it's gonna be live. February 16th, I think that will be
October 16th.
I said February. Look, I'm taking it back. So October 16th, that will be a Saturday,
yes.
right? Saturday from noon till 6 p.m. And it's gonna be at Houston Baptist University. I think I have the address here earlier. It's 7502 Fondren Road, Houston, Texas 77074. And hey, it costs $5. $5, that's free if you ask me. Putting all of these things together costs a lot of money, but then they're doing it just so you can have a break, you can have that time to come out. It's been a long time. We were locked in for COVID did us bad.
Right. In Texas, it wasn't the whole 18 months, but yes.
I know, but hey, it's still bad.
We need to have fun together.
Yeah, we need to have fun together, and that's one of the reasons why I think I want to encourage you to be out there, to support the culture, to come also, not just supporting it, but to enjoy the culture, because a lot of people from all walks of life will be there. Business owners, entrepreneurs, of course, salespeople, people with businesses and services will be out there. They will talk about what they have to offer you. You can walk through different vendors, and their desk or tents or tables will be open to everybody. And of course, when you come out, please, let's just respect one another. This is Houston. You never can tell who's next to you. Like I'm sitting next to this powerful lady. Abby, thanks for coming and thanks for joining us. But please, guys, we will be right back to talk more about NAMC. NAMC, that is the Nigerian American Multicultural Council. I called the center earlier, but then it's changed to council. So don't touch it. I will be right back. Hey, welcome back to my community on Afrocentrik television channel 15.8. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far, because I still have a vibrant lady here. So, Abby, we want to talk about the body itself. We just spoke about Afrifest, right? Afrifest, that's the festival that brings everybody together. It does not matter what part of Africa you're from. It does not even matter what culture you have in your country. And even here in the United States, Houston being the most diverse city in the United States, and we have the highest number of Nigerians, especially in the United States. We have everything here. So, and that is Afrifest, right? And it's an organization, or it's a sub under NAMC. Now, we just talked about the event coming up on I wanted to say February again. Imagine, I don't know if there's something about February, but October 16th is a Saturday between 12 and 6 p.m. 12 and 6 p.m. At Houston Baptist University. And I need to correct something. The phone number I gave you earlier, I think maybe it was my handwriting. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I think they are the ones with the scribblers handwriting. But the actual phone number is, I think I corrected it here, is 713. I said 9 earlier, so it's 568-9450. So please do give them a call, or you can send an email, info@namchihouston.org, and of course you can visit the website namchihouston.org/Afrifest if you want to. So now, thanks for taking note of that. I'm glad I was able to correct that. But now let's talk about NAMC, the organization itself. Who are the people behind NAMC, and also what does NAMC as the body do?
Sure. So NAMC is run by both a board of trustees and a management committee. And so our board of trustees include Nigerians and others. We actually have, from time to time, members of our board are from are American, or African American, or from some other country as well. And so our board of trustees is our strategy, our long-term body. So they meet quarterly. They think about where NAMC is going, where it's been, how we're doing towards what our goals are, what strategically should we be doing next. So that's that body. Then the management committee we're the worker bees, if you'd like. That's the officers. So we run with our president, Mrs. Koyojo, and then we have vice presidents that are in charge of culture, of professional development, public relations, etc., membership. The mission of NAMC is to build a unified, vibrant, and empowered community of Nigerians and Americans that promotes excellence in career and business, expands horizons through education, mentorship, and civic engagement, and shares the richness of Nigerian and African arts and culture. So it's a mouthful.
Wow.
But we have deliberated over the years, and this embodies and represents what we are trying to do. So those vice presidents each have a piece of this mission. So we have, for the promoting excellence in career and business, we have our executive roundtable series where we have C-suite individuals, that have reached the height of their career or are almost there, or business owners who have a reputable and large organization. They come and they talk to us, the younger ones, about how they made it to where they are. What are their lessons learned? What can they impart on us so that we can get there? It's also an experience or an opportunity for us to meet them so that they can maybe in the future mentor us or give us some guidance. So that's one of the events or programs that we have in that area. For expanding horizons through education, mentorship, and civic engagement, we have a vice president that's over our high school and college program
Preparations
So we have always kind of done two of our flagship programs are college readiness for high school students and career discovery for high school students. So those two programs are for high school students, all of high school. We also have like 8th graders and 7th graders who sometimes come. In career discovery, they're learning about different careers. And we make it a point to not just tell them about engineering and law and being a doctor or a nurse.
The typical African stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We tell them about being a pilot. We tell them about being a chef, different careers. And usually we show them people who are those
so they can follow their hearts, they can follow their passions.
Yes, and be successful.
Of course, that's the good success especially. So you did say something about the round table and the meetings and all of those things. Are those being televised?
No, not currently. Although with Facebook Live and Instagram stories and all of that, sometimes we do, and Zoom. A lot of times during the pandemic, these seminars are held on Zoom, and we stream it. And we do have a YouTube channel, so sometimes you can go back and see recordings of it, but it's not always televised.
Yeah, so why I asked that question is because I think more people need to be engaged, and more people need to understand all of these things, all of this knowledge, all of these impactful experiences that you people get to enjoy. And I think it needs to be shared to the world. And I'm making an open proposition right now on Afrocentrik television channel 15.8 that will be something we would like to be a part of whenever you guys are doing it. So that way we can air it. People that couldn't make it to that event can actually listen in, and if they need more information, they can contact organizers. And talking about organizers, how can one become a part of NAMC?
Sure. So thank you for asking that, because we're a membership-based organization, and so you can become a member. You can go to our website, namchouston.org, fill out the membership form, and there you go, you're a member. From there, we want you to get active. We have periodic networking events. We have periodic general body meetings. We have those round tables. We have those events where you can volunteer to mentor a student. But we want you to get involved and come to stuff. And then if you have some time, we would love if people can join the leadership. So we're always looking for trustees for our board of trustees. Usually the folks that are on the board of trustees have many years of experience in industry and hopefully can provide, you know, some insight in a specific area. But if you're interested, go to our website, email us. And then we need vice presidents. We always need help in that. I think currently we are in need of a vice president of fundraising and culture and administration. When we don't have those roles filled, the rest of us, of course, pick up the slack. But we need help.
Are there fees to these memberships, though?
So actually, this year we are eliminating the membership fee, and so membership will be free for anyone who wants to join. But we are a 501c3 profitable charitable organization, and so donations are accepted. Our membership fee used to be $50, not much, per year.
Per year?
Per year.
Oh, okay, just to encourage you to be a part. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So if you'd like to donate $50 instead or more, that would be very helpful.
I'm glad. And are there any other information for people that are willing to become a part of NAMC or that wants to volunteer for, maybe they may not want to be a member, but then they want to be able to volunteer? Are there, you know, opportunities for that?
Absolutely. So Afrifest, we definitely need volunteers. We're at 40 volunteers right now, and we could use 40 more, to be honest.
Wow.
So that's a distinct way you can sign up, come that day, help, and you've done something.
Right.
So definitely there. We have an annual gala, which will be hopefully in March of 2022. So you can volunteer to help plan it. You can volunteer to be there the day of to help us put it on. We do the community giveaways. You can volunteer there. You can donate for that as well. So there's lots of ways to get involved. And our vice presidents each have their own committee. So you can just contact them and say, hey, I'd like to help. What can I help with? So
for different roles that you have, you know, filled. I'm glad that's happening, because I know people now can, at least they may be looking for that information to be a part of what you guys are doing, and now they have the information. So I'm glad. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks to Mrs. Koyejo, and thanks to all the board of trustees, the management team, the I don't know, you got the sponsors. Yeah. Those are those that keep us going, and you members, of course. You know, we want to say a huge thank you to you. Please don't forget, Afrifest is coming up on October the 16th. This is not February now. October the 16th is coming up, and I just want us all to come out there, support the movement, enjoy the culture, enjoy ourselves, and, you know, go home with something, make something memorable this year. You know, so by next year you can talk about it, and I'm glad to be a part of it this year. I'm glad Afrocentrik Television will always be there to support. Thanks, Abby, once again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to my community on Afrocentrik Television channel 15.8. You know, this is that show, that exciting show that revolves around the Africans in diaspora. I'm super charged up, super excited about what we have in stock for you guys in October. October 16, of course, as I said earlier, is going to be for Afrifest, and Afrifest is a festival put together by NAMC, the Nigerian American Multicultural Center. And also this October, it's Afrocentrik Television's 6th year anniversary, and you know, at 15.8 we know how to do it, and I thank you to our sponsors, thank you to our partners who were able to join us for an intimate dinner session on the 3rd of October. You know, we can't do this without you and our viewers. Also, we just want to express our gratitude to you guys. We had a session, you know, for our 6th year anniversary, and we did that just to honor our sponsors and our advertisers, of course. And also we got a proclamation. We renewed the proclamation for the 3rd. So every 3rd of October is Afrocentrik Television Day in Houston, you know. And also, you know, we hope that you see and you will love this, because this is the first time we're doing this ever. We're unveiling our Afrocentrik Award logo. The award is coming up in January, the 22nd of January 2020. So we hope you see it. And if you have any comments, please feel free to reach out to us. Personally, my handle on Instagram is PappyK7. It's PappyK7. But I would rather you reach out to us through Afrocentric Television's handle, which is Afrocentric Houston, right? I hope also that if you have advertisement or any information, or you have an event coming up and you want us to cover it, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our phone number is 281-571-1931. We'll be more than happy to support you. And if you want to also, there's another number you can call. It's 832-298-8400. And you can definitely email us at myvineyard15.8 at gmail.com or info@afrocentriktv.com. And don't forget, the Afrocentric is with a K at the end, and that's color. Please do enjoy the highlights of our events over the years. And until next time, see you soon. Take care.
Hello, this is Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. Congratulations to Afrocentric Television on its 6th anniversary in broadcasting informative, educational, and inspirational programming to the African community and the city of Houston at large. I recognize the great contributions you have made towards the development of the African community right here in Houston, and commend you for your tireless efforts and commitment in bridging the continent of Africa and Houston. Thank you for keeping your community informed, especially during the pandemic, where you provided valuable public information, support, and presence. Happy 6th anniversary to everyone at Afrocentric Television and to the great Africa diaspora community.
"2018 Thanksgiving will be rebranded as Afrocentric Television, Afrocentric with a K, to emphasize our vision and commitment towards our diverse communities in the United States. Celebrating 6 years of hard work and dedication comes as a given, but not without numerous individuals, businesses, and organizations that believe in our mission and are proud to associate with us. Today, we celebrate your wonderful support and look forward to enduring partnership. A very big thank you also goes to every individual, either present or absent, who have been a part of this vision. Staff, volunteers, families, and friends of Afrocentric Television. We won't be here without your presence and encouragement. And to the great city of Houston, our home and place of residence, we love you all, especially our hardworking and relentless Mayor Sylvester Turner and his team, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee, Congressman Al Green, and all the great men and women serving the Houston community. Looking ahead, we are poised towards giving our people access to the right information that will help them thrive in a digital age, and also to curate our legacy that generations of Africans in diaspora will be proud of. I thank the African community for the support and the desire to share in our vision. As Afrocentric celebrates, we all celebrate. Thank you very much.
trying to be present within our community, appreciating everyone, and just the fact that the Congressional Office appreciates Nigerians is worthy of it. We are doing great things, and the Congressional would like me to state that fact again this evening. She said to tell everyone, every Nigerian in Houston, that we are valued, that we are appreciated. And she's one of the chairs, 2 chairs of the Congressional Nigeria Caucus in the United States Congress. One a Republican, one a Democrat. She's the Democrat one, the chair. And she said they're fighting, it's not partisan, we're trying to make sure that Nigerians have a good stay in America, because we contribute a lot. Socially, he's always covering all events, and you may not know it, but the Congresswoman knows you. He knows the name Afrocentrik, you know the name stands out, Afrocentrik, and whenever I said to her that, Afrocentrik would like, oh, the television people, and I said, yes, ma'am. So she wants me to congratulate you on this year anniversary. And I'm just going to read the proclamation out to everyone for your own understanding as well. Please frame it and keep it and cherish it. It's very important. It's not easy to come by. Certificate of Congressional Recognition, 18th District, Texas, presented to Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8 on the occasion of its 6th year anniversary. Whereas Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8 is a Houston-based family inspirational infotainment broadcasting network that serves the African and Houston community with informational, educational, and entertaining programs that adds value, voice, and vision to communities. And whereas Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8, since the pandemic, has helped propagate and promote the need to adhere to safety precautions for COVID-19, enabling their communities to make informed decisions that help prevent the spread of the virus. And whereas Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8 has also organized and partnered with several organizations to support the needs within the community through food distributions, drive-through testing centers, and promoting the need to be vaccinated. And whereas Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8 as a media organization has been a part of several civic activities organized within the Greater Houston metropolis, the City of Houston's Africa Day celebration, Nigeria's Independence Parade, annual Toys for Kids hosted by Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, several organizations, events like Wazobia, Diamond in the Dust Nonprofit, Jolly Jolly, Nancy's Afrifest, just to mention a few. Now, therefore, be it resolved that on behalf of the constituents of the 18th Congressional District of Texas, I take pride in recognizing Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8, Afrocentrik Television Channel 15.8's commitment also and dedication to this community is deserving of the respect, admiration, and commendation of the United States Congress. Signed, Sheila Jackson Lee, Member of Congress, today, October 3rd, 2020. And this is a proclamation from the Mayor of Houston, Mayor Sylvester Turner. Whereas the City of Houston is home to an abundant mix of cultures, religions, and backgrounds, offering traditions and unique perspectives that serve to enrich our city. There are many unique activities, organizations, and services that represent our diversity and community service. And whereas the community greatly benefits from cultural institutions such as Afrocentrik Television. the Houston-based family-oriented television channel broadcasts to over 5 million households within the greater Houston metropolitan area and focuses on informative, educational, and inspirational programming from an African perspective. And whereas on October 3rd, 2021, Afrocentrik Television will celebrate its 6th year anniversary. The city of Houston commends Afrocentrik Television for its accomplishments and commitment to the African diaspora, especially in observance of the 61st anniversary of Nigerian independence, and extends best wishes to Afrocentrik Television on continued success. Therefore, I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the Houston City, hereby proclaim October 3rd, 2021 as Afrocentrik Television Day in Houston, Texas. To set my hand and have caught the official seal of the city of Houston to be affixed this 23rd day of September 2021. Sylvester Turner, Mayor of Houston.
The time when bring this to a wrap, right? And I just want to use this moment to thank everyone for coming out to celebrate Afrocentrik. We really appreciate you guys. Thank all the businesses, partners. Thank you for being patient and all with us. We really appreciate your partnership. I want to say a big thank you to KOTUN for having us here tonight, for hosting us tonight. We appreciate that. We want to thank the mayor of the city of Houston, Mayor Sylvester Turner. We want to thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson. We want to thank, I don't want to start mentioning names, but
before we go, I'm amazed by the quality of people we have here tonight. And I thank you sincerely for standing by for me. But we still have a long way to go. We're not there yet, and we can't go fast. We need you and everyone around you to support us. Afrocentrik has done a lot of pro bono in the society, in our community here. When we go out and Mr. Wallace doesn't, if someone can't pay, he doesn't really care about the money, he cares about the message and what they're trying to do. And I think for a man who's that selfless, we all need to support him and support Afrocentrik. He's had a lot of, he's had a lot of people volunteer. And they just have to follow him. He's a good leader. And whatever he does, wherever he says we should go, that's where we go. But I think that we can also impact more in our community by being able to employ more people. We talk about the quality of the programs that we have. I know that we can do more. To have original shows take a lot of money. He didn't ask me to say this, but I know that he has a lot of dreams and a lot of goals, but he can't do it all by himself. We need a lot of advertising on the channel, because it is because of you here that we've been able to move this far, but we know that you can also still do more, and also help us reach out to more people to help Afrocentrik. Thank you so much for all that you're doing, and I love that show.